Okay, so today is the 2nd of October 2025, and we're having an afternoon analysis session. Now, we don't have any news event this afternoon. Earlier today, there was supposed to be, I think, unemployment claims in the United States, but the time was put as tentative, meaning no specific time had been allotted to it. But currently, that information has been removed from Forest Factory. So it means that we don't have any news again for today, no fundamental activity for today. So that means the market can go its natural course, which is purely technical. But that also means that we may have some slow movement in the market. There could be some ranging activity also in the market because usually fundamentals is actually what moves the market. Good afternoon, Madam Wanaji. So I'll just show you some instruments that I'm looking at this afternoon, which you can also put your attention on. Now, the card pairs are having an overall kind of bearish outlook, and I will encourage you to put your attention on them, specifically at the AUD card. Let me start with the AUD card. All right, the AUD card, I'm bearish on the AUD card on 1 hour. And this is my analysis for that. If you go to the weekly time frame on AUD card, we can see that we have a descending trend line. Price is bouncing off the trend line on the weekly time frame, making lower highs, and technically that means we are looking at a further bearish movement on this instrument from the weekly time frame perspective. If you take it down to the daily time frame, if I zoom out, you will see that price now hit, we have a descending trend line on the weekly, we have a resistance zone on the daily time frame. At a resistance level, we are also looking at an opportunity for a bearish movement. And the current daily candle at the moment is forming a rejection candle. Please always mute your device as you join this class so that it doesn't lead to distraction. So on the daily time frame, we are seeing a rejection candle. Now the day is still young. Anything can happen in the course of today. So we can flip down to 4 hour to see further, to get further clarity. On 4 hour, I'm seeing a reversal candlestick pattern forming currently, which is a morning star. Yeah, this is a morning star to reverse candlestick pattern. Fine. If it closes by 2 p.m., that will actually confirm this candlestick pattern reversal. But notwithstanding, we are seeing that from all angles, price seems to be reversing downwards on this instrument from the weekly to the daily to the 4 hour. And finally, on 1 hour, we have a rising wedge pattern, and price currently has broken out below the lower trend line. Though it will be advisable to wait till 1 p.m. to see a complete candle close below that lower trend line. And I will also emphasize there is this minor support here. So anytime a new candle breaks out below this current minor support on the AUD card, maybe in the next 1 hour or 2 hours, anytime you have a new candle break out below this zone, then we'll get ready for a massive bearish movement on the AUD card. So I'm bearish on the AUD card. For the benefit of those who are just joining us, we're looking at the AUD card. That's the Australian dollar versus Canadian dollar. And I have a bearish outlook if a new candle breaks out below this minor support zone. And what will be the profit potential of this instrument? Using my Fibonacci tool, price is projected to hit Fibonacci 38.2 at about 24 pips, Fibonacci 50 at about 35 to 40 pips, and Fibonacci 61.8 at about 50, 55 pips thereabouts. So we have a move between 25 to 55 pips expected on this instrument. So we're bearish on the AUD card. Like I said, there are other card pairs, but I think our major focus will just be on the AUD card. Like the GBP card is also looking bearish Okay, I think we can still talk about the GBP card. I'll leave the third one out. So both the AUD card. Now, this GBP card actually posted an analysis on it, I think on Friday, where we anticipated a breakout downwards, head and shoulder and a breakout. But then price decided to just go up. But then on the upper side now, it has finally reached a resistance level on the, I think the daily time frame. Yeah, it already hit a rejection. There was a rejection candle. Okay, just a normal resistance, but the current daily candle is already forming a rejection candle. So price hit a resistance on the daily time frame on the 4 hour. Now at resistance level, we are looking for reversal opportunity. On the 4 hour, it's already forming what looks a lot like a double top pattern, which is expected to trigger a bearish movement. And on 1 hour, where I believe most of us trade, I already drew my trend line, not a rising wedge this time, just a regular trend line. And I'll be waiting for price to break out downwards. Now, since we also saw a double top on the 4 hour, I will put the neckline region there because we need to put that in perspective. So anytime price breaks out below the neckline and the trend line around this area, with your RSI, pardon me, that's our final confirmation. With RSI breaking below 50, that is very important for confirmation that we can trigger a sell on the GBP card. And the profit potential of this will be in the range of about 35 pips to Fibonacci 38, about, let's just say 65 pips to Fibonacci 50, and about some 85, 90 pips to Fibonacci 61.8. So I'm bearish on both the AUD card and the GBP card for this afternoon session. And finally, I'll be looking at the US oil. Now, the US oil traded downwards, just like we analyzed last week, the better part of last week. Was it last week? Pardon me, Monday. It was Monday this week. We had a bearish outlook and it went exactly in our direction, hitting over 200 pips in the process. Currently, it's trading around the support zone on the daily time frame. So it's just around this support zone. Now, at support zone, we're expecting the possibility of a reversal to the upside. So just go straight to 1 hour time frame. And on 1 hour, we have a falling wedge pattern. Now, we have a falling wedge pattern is an indication that price is expected to reverse to the upside. So we're waiting for a reversal. Now, there's a reversal pattern here, like a triple bottom. It's not an inverse head and shoulder. We have a reversal pattern there, and we will take a buy where price breaks above rather that recent high with our confirmation of our RSI clearly above 50. RSI should be clearly above 50 at the point of trigger. And the potential profit on this one can be as high as about 84, let's just say about 90 pips to Fibonacci 38.2 and about 150 pips to Fibonacci 50 and about 210 pips to Fibonacci 61.8. All right. So that will be all from analysis this afternoon. We are looking at AUD card, we are bearish on AUD card and GBP card, our bullish on the US oil, that is USO USD. If you have any question, you can go ahead and post while I will respond to you. Now, don't forget tomorrow, Friday, is the first Friday in the month of October, and we'll be having our NFP. NFP is non-farm payroll, is the most volatile news event in the forex market, and it comes out the first Friday of every month. So join us tomorrow by 1:15 p.m. We're trading live. Join us with your funded account. So if you want to do a top up on your account or you don't have a funded account yet, you can reach out to your account manager and guide you. And if you don't have any account with PU Prime at the moment, reach out to me. I'll guide you on how to register and get started. And also by 4 p.m. tomorrow, we're having a webinar, which is Auto Chartist, how to use the Auto Chartist software. You can also join us for that also by 4 p.m. tomorrow. Oluwafunke Obushakin, analysis on gold and NAS 100. So let's look briefly at that. Gold, NAS 100 BTC, and those are the three I'll be attending to as we round up. So gold hits its all-time high yesterday at about $3,893 per ounce. And price, this is 1 hour time frame, and price is going back to that same level as we speak. So if price hits this previous high, it will act as a resistance. If there is no sufficient volatility to push price beyond that level, then we may look forward to some bearish movement on gold. So that area might act as a resistance and we may expect some retracement. However, if price is able to break out above this level, if price breaks out above that level, it will still touch this trend line and may end up forming what is looking like a shoulder, a head, a second shoulder, and it may still come down. But then if price breaks out above all these areas, then we will see price go much more higher. Now, gold has been an uptrend for the better part of this week, and it may keep climbing higher. Those areas I mentioned could just be areas of retracement. It may not be a complete reversal, but if price respects this resistance level, then we may see some slight retracement. So we might just look out for some bearish movements, which may not last for too long on gold if price will respect that resistance level. So that's my outlook on gold. I'm looking at a short-term sell and possibly a longer-term buy if price breaks above that resistance level. For BTC, now BTC has been trending up lately also. You're welcome. All right, so this is BTC. On the weekly time frame, price has gone back to that previous resistance on the weekly. And if you take it down to 1 hour time frame, this is where price is at the moment. I think I can still take it down to 15 minutes. So BTC is trading at a previous weekly resistance. And we might be expecting a reversal on this one. So we have a perfect looking rising wedge pattern there. But then price is currently ranging, and this area can be taken as a support zone. So if price breaks out below the support zone, we expect further bearish movement on BTC. Confirm with your RSI clearly below 50. So we have a bearish outlook on BTC USD. And finally, NAS 100. You're welcome, Mr. Shield. Now for NAS 100, NAS 100 is forming a rising wedge pattern on the 4-hour time frame. There is no resistance in view. I've gone through, I've scanned through the monthly, no resistance in view. And the next psychological level is a lot higher above. Okay, 25,000. Okay, let me just take note of that price level. All right. Okay, so we're seeing the possibility of a confluence around NAS 100, a confluence between the upper trend line and the psychological level at this point, which could form a strong resistance, which may lead to a reversal or a retracement. You know, it will actually be a retracement. So I'll take it down to 1 hour for easier entry. You can see that price is trending up. So price will hit this region and we may expect some bearish movement. Now, don't forget this instrument is very volatile. So any slight bearish movement can lead to some hundreds of pips. So that person should trade it with a lot of caution because of the volatility. So I'll draw a trend line right here and another one at the back. The other one, it's not compulsory in this case. It's not even working out. All I'm looking out for is a reversal in price. Wait for price to enter into this zone, then reverse. Once it reverses and breaks out below the trend line, with RSI clearly below 50, can trigger a sell on NAS 100. All right, so I've given my view on gold, BTC, and NAS 100. So we're ending the analysis here. Trade safe and enjoy the rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, sir. Enjoy the day.
You too, man.
Bye.